welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Medita and I have to hurry up right now because I'm going to the bookstore with Vanessa, but Vanessa is going to the airport, so I'm technically just going to the city with her. And then I said, let me go to the bookstore if I'm going with you to the city. So now we're going to the bookstore. So let me pack real quick. I'm technically on a book buying ban, but like, whoever listens to themselves. Book buying bans are meant to be broken. Usually I walk into German bookstores with the lowest of low expectations, okay? They never have a good variety of books, especially English books. And when I have high expectations, I usually cry because there's 3 English books that are probably written by 40-year-old male authors about their life, like biographies. So usually I don't get any new books here, but today there was a great variety. I was honestly positively surprised. I mean, the Honeymooners, there was also A Little Life, which, you know what? I have that book. I will never read that book. But they had a book by Mahalie McFarlane. And I was about to buy it, but then I saw the price and I was like, I can get this for cheaper secondhand. So I'm going to put it back. It was a bit expensive, but I was definitely looking at it. And honestly, I looked like a main character walking around like this. I did, however, feel really awkward filming myself. I was really happy that no one was standing where I was, but you know, I just pretend to be mysterious and so not like other girls while looking at books. Oh my god, wait, look at this cover. I found this really, really pretty cover of After I Do by Taylor Jenkins Reid. And if you don't know, the old covers are not in stock anymore, but this book goes $27. So I had to lie to myself and say that I actually didn't want this and that it's super ugly and ew, why would I ever buy that? Like, no, the new cover is so much prettier. Ew. But they also had terms and conditions and the fine print by Lauren Asher. I need to read the terms and conditions though first because I already read the fine print and I love that book. I don't care what anybody says. I read that in one sitting. It was so good, so perfect. Love it. And then they had my one and only True Love Shatter Me. I was so happy to see it. I was like, oh my god, I've never seen this in bookstores. I ended up not buying a book in that bookstore and went to a different one. It's called Hugendubel. It's like the big German bookstore in my city. I know there's like this thing called Thalia, but it doesn't really exist in my city, which is kind of stupid. But I found Anna Huang books here. I don't like Twisted Hate, but Twisted Games, my love, my one true love. I love Reese and Bridget. They're so cool. Josh, no, thank you. But then also I love Colleen Hoover books. And then they had the Heartstopper series. And they had The Summer I Turned Pretty, like with the new cool covers. But the second book, I was so confused why there was a blonde girl on the cover. Is that Taylor? Who, since when did Belly have bleached blonde hair? Bleached blonde hair. That sounds kind of funny. But they had a great variety. And they also had the beautiful German cover of A Touch of Darkness. It looks very similar to the normal one, but it's like pinker. So it's obviously cuter. Then they had the special edition of Once Upon a Broken Heart. I ordered this online, but it never arrived. So I was kind of confused on why it never arrived. But it's like pink and so pretty. And this cover is so cute. But since I now already have the original one, I was like, you know what, F you. I ordered this on Waterstones and it never arrived, so why would I buy it now? Now I'm being petty and I don't want it anymore. That's how I rule, that's how I live my life. Pettiness is big, which it probably shouldn't be, but it just exists. This bookstore yet again had a great variety of books. I did not expect that. It's like the plot was of a good book, you know? It's like Le Gasp Shooketh, what is this? I've never expected this in my entire life. What's happening? Where are the cameras? What's happening? Where are the secret cameras? This seems to be a joke because this never happens. But like, look at this. They had everything you would ever want. I was very, very positively surprised and will definitely go here again. They also had these really cute special editions of Northanger Abbey and Emma, but they all cost like $40 and like, no, I'm sorry. That's a bit too much for one book for me. I'm like, oh, no, thank you. Oh my gosh, is this another fake scenario? Yes, it is. So here's what happened. You were on your way to the city center. You wanted to go to the bookstore, just where I am right now. But for some reason, you fell asleep on the subway there. You were too tired, blah, 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 whatever. You wake up to a pounding and somebody screaming, help and let me out. You're really confused. You're like, what the actual fuck happened? You open your eyes and it's dark. You only see a red blinking light. You're like, what in the actual fuck is going on? There's this man banging against the door saying, help me out. I'm stuck in here. You realize your train went to its end station and nobody let you out and you were locked in, and now you're locked in this subway wagon for the rest of the night until tomorrow morning, and you're horrified, scared, you're freezing. He's freezing too. So what do? You guys calm each other down. You guys sit next to each other, get talking. You have to huddle because you have to share body heat to not freeze to death. You find out each other's names, their hobbies, where they were going to the city center. Coincidentally, you both were going to the bookstore. is this destiny? I think it is. It's fate. You guys were fated to meet each other, okay? But the next day, you both get let out and you both go your separate ways. You're like, I don't really care. I'm just like, this is a bit weird. Like, whatever. I don't need him in my real life. But the next time you're going to the bookstore, guess who you meet at the bookstore? Him. And you're like, this is weird. Two coincidences. What's going on here? Are we in a simulation? Whatever. So he then says, oh my God, I guess this is really destiny. Let me take you on a date. So you both go on a date. Guess where you go? To the bookstore. Where else would you be going? Because the bookstore has now a purpose in your life. There's a connection to this bookstore now. So you go to the bookstore. You go book shopping together. You guys kiss against a bookshelf and it's very hot and cute. You're like, oh my God, I'm falling for him. Fast forward to the future, you both own a bookstore together, you're old, crusty, dusty, married, you had a great life, you have some grandkids, but you bought a bookstore because you knew this was your destiny. I finally went to this really old bookstore that I've always seen in the city but never went into it, and this is what I want my bookstore to look like. Inspiration photos right here. I want to own a bookstore cafe in the future, and this is it. This is what I want it to look like. So old, and like the stairs are already worn out. People have lived in here. There was life. There was history in the store, and it was so pretty. And the book selection was honestly not that bad. It was really interesting, but it was just really expensive, so I didn't buy any. But this book really intrigued me. There were like newspaper outlets in there, and words were crossed out so it would only form one sentence, but it was just a bit too much money. But yeah, this is what I want my future bookstore to look like. This was super cute, super pretty to look at. I was so excited. And then I found this really funny book. I was like, oh my God, this is kind of funny. And yeah, they were erotic poems. I couldn't open them and look inside to see what poems they were because it was taped up. But honestly, I wanted to see, what are erotic poems? I wanted to know what's in there. I was intrigued. I was like, ooh, this seems interesting. Spicy. I just got back home. I originally wanted to read in the park, but it's so hot out. This is not okay. This is why I like winter more, okay? I'm a full-on winter girl. I am not a summer person. So if you saw my last bookshelf organization video, you might remember me saying that I was on a book buying ban. And I just want to say that that was a total joke. I did not mean that seriously, like at all. I was obviously joking. So here are the books I bought today in the bookstore. And I bought 7 new books. But then all of these were on my like buy as soon as possible list, which I do have, but that list also includes over 200 books. So I don't really know how good that list is, but it exists. So first I got Solitaire by Alice Oseman. This is from the author of the Heartstopper series, which is elite. You should read it. It's amazing. So this book is about Tori Spring. And something happened apparently at the end of last year, because last year she had a lot of friends. She had a great friend group. And then now this year she's alone. She's solitaire. And there's Michael. And I don't know who Michael is, but Michael is in her life. But since it says it isn't a love story, I'm guessing Michael isn't in love with her. I'm confused and intrigued. And this is why I bought it. No, I honestly love being confused by the back of a book, because then I never know what it's about. And every single moment is like, oh, what? Oh my God, I did not expect that at all. Because I never know what the stories are about. And if you want a lot of Le Gasp moments, you need to read books where you have no idea what they're about. And this is one of them. So, slay! Next I bought The Words We Keep. I'm not going to go into detail on what this book is about because it's a very, very dark mental health book. And this book is told out of the perspective of the younger sister of a depressed person. So I just want to see how this book goes, and it's about self-love, finding yourself again. Next, I bought this book is by Bridget Kemmerer. If you didn't know, A Curse of Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmerer is a fantasy trilogy that I absolutely love and adore. And this book plays in the same universe because it's about the Kid of Grey. And I'm really happy that I got it from Bloomsbury because the other books are from the same publisher. And I was scared I was not going to get it in the same size, especially because, wait 1 second. Oh my gosh, I'm so dumb. I can't. Oh my God, okay. So I might have made a mistake, pretty big one. So this is the A Curse So Dark and Lonely series, right? And then I bought Forging Silver into Stars because it's the same size, right? Looks pretty. Guess what I also have? Forging Silver into Stars. This is the same book. So we're doing great. I'm smart. I'm amazing. I know what I'm doing. I totally remember all the books I have. Okay, but like also, this wasn't really my mistake. The covers are so different. This one has like reddish and this is total blue. Like you can't tell me this was my mistake. This is totally a mistake because the covers are so different. So I'm totally excused for doing this. Wow. We're gonna forget this happened and we're gonna pretend this isn't a part of the video, guys. Obliviate! See? What were we even talking about? I don't remember. So next I got Breast and Eggs. So this book is about 3 women, Natsuko, her older sister Makiko, and Makiko's daughter Midoriko. Midoriko. And Makiko is going to a city to get a breast enhancement surgery, hence the title. And for some reason, her daughter then stops speaking, and we don't really know why, but all three of them live together in this apartment, and they're kind of confronted with each other. And 8 years later, they meet again, and Natsuko is now an author, and she kind of is now reminiscing all these memories because she's going back to that apartment where they lived in. And I'm very excited to see how this goes. I'm probably guessing this has a lot of flashback scenes, and I'm just excited. I heard really good reviews about this. So next I got Notes on an Execution, and this seems like a very dark book, but the cover is super intriguing, and also the title. So this book is about Ansel, who's on death row. He's going to die in 12 hours, and he's going back through his memories on why he's on death row and why his life is going to end. The story is told, I'm pretty sure, from different POVs. So we have it from Ansel's POV, obviously the guy on death row, his wife's twin sister, his mother, and the detective in his homicide case. And it's just about the last 12 hours of his life, and he wants to be celebrated and understood, but like, didn't he kill some people? But it sounded very interesting. I've never heard of anything like this, so it went into my cart, and then we went to the checkout, and the lady swiped it. I put my card there to pay with the money. I put it in my bag, and I went home with the underground, and now it's in my hand in my room. Next, I got the Paris apartment. This was everywhere, okay? I haven't read thrillers in a while, but I used to have a really large thriller phase when I was like 12. That's honestly kind of disturbing because those thrillers were definitely for 18 plus, and I remember having nightmares. This is about the residents of number 12, and we have the socialite, which is not me, the nice guy, the alcoholic, the girl on the verge of tears, not me, and then the concierge. And everyone's a neighbor, everyone's a suspect, and everyone knows something they're not telling. See you in Paris. Sounds exciting, doesn't it? Let's see how this goes. And then last but not least, I bought The Pursuit of Love by Nancy Mitford. This is so cute and tiny and sweet, and that's why I bought it. So this book is about Linda and her cousin Fanny, and both of them are obsessed with love. They want to have a one true love and are kind of on the search for that one true love, and it's just kind of their journey. So I'm very excited to see if they both fall in love or if they will both stay single, and maybe I can get some tips in here on how I will pursue my future love and where I can search for them. And it's very short, but the writing is tiny. Okay, so those are all the books I bought. I hope you liked that little haul. I'm sorry for breaking my book buying ban. That wasn't really a real book buying ban, and I was just joking. If you have read any of these, please tell me if you like them. I would love to know your opinion on any of these books. And yeah, I hope to read these very soon. But now I gotta add them to my shelf. Okay, it's been a few hours. I'm not even gonna lie. I was just lying on my bed, so sorry. But I'm gonna add the books now to my shelf really quick. It's only 6, so it's gonna be really quick and easy. I don't think you can see me, but I'm adding this to the fantasy shelf right now. Solitaire is Alice Oseman. Oh my god, it looks so pretty next to each other. What? Oh, it's told you. Guys, I can't do this again. Sorry, I can't say. Lucy Foley. Gosh, I already love that I don't have enough space anymore. No. Yes. So what do I do with the poetry? That's the real question here. Gosh, this is why I shouldn't buy new books, right? Because of these issues. Okay, I'm gonna move the poetry. Where? I do not know. Over here. Okay, this is the end of my very, very short, like, going to the bookstore vlog. But before I leave, I thought I'd show you the books I'm reading right now, just so we get a bit of more information out of this video. So I'm currently reading The Annihilator as an ebook version, which is by Runnix, and it's the 5th book in the Dark Verse series, and I'm only a third in. I like it, but I'm kind of scared. There's a lot of secrets still. I know the 6th book is coming out soon, so we finally know what everything is. But it's mafia, obviously, and it's dark romance. It's so far good. I would say right now it's like a 3.5 star rating, just because I'm a bit wary of the love interest and how he's been acting. I'm like, there's some things I'm just like a bit iffy about, so I hope he changed in that. And then reading 2 other books. Okay, I was originally listening to Wallbanger. Don't come for me for that name, okay? Mind you, this book is spicy, and I knew it was spicy. I didn't know how spicy. Do not listen to this audiobook. I'm telling you this right now. Do not listen to it. The first phrase is, oh God, thump. Oh God, thump thump. Oh God, that's good. Yeah, baby, right there, just like that. Don't stop, don't stop. Now imagine this as an audiobook with a person who's moaning that. It's not good, and I almost cried. So I decided to end up reading this book, and I'm only on page 85. It's super cringy, but I need to read this because I started it now and I have to finish it. this book is not going really well and I do not recommend this book at all. But then on the other hand, the third book I'm reading right now, I stopped reading it before I read Wallbanger because I want to annotate this for a video to show everybody how I annotate, and that's called Letters to the Lost. I'm only 23 pages in and it's so good. I love Bridget Kemmerer. I love her writing style. I love all her stories. I need to get new post-its though, like prettier ones, you know. But yeah, those are all the books I'm reading right now. And again, this is the end of this vlog. I hope you enjoyed this going to the bookstore video. And if you did, you can give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of my content, subscribe. Have a great day, evening time, morning, whatever time zone you're in. I hope you're enjoying yourself. Read a book. Read any of the books I bought today. Yeah, that is my challenge for you today. Again, thank you so much for watching this video. Have a great day. Happy reading and see you next time. Bye.